Good morning, this is Captain Johnny with the Pirate's Guide to Boating. That's piratesguide.tv. We're an interactive site with fuel prices, articles about managing your boat and your cruise, and we are a relatively new website. And I'm also here with Captain Carla from the Occoquan Harbor Marina.
Pirate's Guide is a great site to go to if you're looking for spots to anchor, looking for events going on in the area, all the way from the Harbor Grill, Electric Palm, down to Rick's, Captain Billy's. Perfect site to go to.
So today's event is the Blessing of the Fleet. It's an ancient tradition reaching all the way back to the Mediterranean fishing fleets, and we still do it today in American pleasure boating, cargo ships, and still the fishing fleets. So you're going to see a lot of action today and a lot of good interviews. Hello again, Captain Johnny with the Pirate's Guide to Boating, here with Yesley Vega from the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. Ma'am, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us what you do for a living?
Sure. As our captain stated, my name is Yesley Vega and I represent the Coles District on the Prince William County Board of Supervisors.
So where are you from originally?
So I was born in Texas, actually, but I have been boating and I actually grew up boating over at Lake Anna.
Really? Okay. A lot of people from up here go down to Lake Anna. You know, there's a lot of people up here in Northern Virginia are from Texas. So what is your favorite boating memory?
My favorite boating memory is when my kids fell out of the tube. That was pretty fun and exciting. We actually also spend a lot of time down in the Chesapeake Bay. My parents have a home in Annapolis, and so we have great memories there as well.
Have you been boating on the Occoquan?
I have, yes. And this very location is one of the locations that we passed by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you love the most about the Occoquan, the Potomac?
I just love being out on the water, just the sun, and then the good times that we have with people. So that's what I love the most.
Well, thanks for stopping by for an interview.
Thank you, Captain, for your time.
Well, you have a great day.
You too.
Back again, and I'm with Kenny Bodie from the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. So glad to meet you on a beautiful day on the Occoquan River.
Yep, happy Saturday.
Thank you, sir. You're from this area originally?
No, I'm actually originally from California, so LA. But I had a lot of fun growing up, taking boats to Catalina Island, doing some sea kayaking around the area. I love the water.
Very cool. And who's this guy right here?
This is Cyrus, my son.
Fantastic.
He loves the water too.
Now, what's your favorite memory from your boating experiences?
Sure. So one of my earliest memories of boating, like I mentioned earlier, was I was probably about 7, 8 years old. My parents took me to Catalina Island off of the coast in Los Angeles. And it was one of the very first times I've actually been on a boat. It was a power boat, but it wasn't too large, so you could still feel the waves and everything like that. And there's just something magical about being on the water, especially the first time. It's just completely different from being on land. You just feel like you're one with nature because you can feel everything as you're moving through the water. And I've been a water baby ever since I was little. I'm an Aquarius, so love swimming, love being in the water, and I will always fondly remember, the very first time I got to go on a boat, and I look for any opportunity to get on the water when I can.
Have you been out on the Potomac?
I have, a couple of times. Less than I would like.
Yeah.
But we have some good public access now to the Occoquan Reservoir, both in the Occoquan district. We have our ADA ramp in the marina at Lake Ridge, and we also now have that ADA accessible boat ramp in the town of Occoquan.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah. So it's been a project that's been about 5 to 10 years in the making in the town of Occoquan. Federal funding, state and local partnerships came together to make another publicly accessible boat ramp in the town of Occoquan. They actually did a ribbon cutting on it about a month ago.
That's fantastic.
We are always looking for ways to get more folks on the water.
Right. Well, that's great news. It's something new that our viewers will read more about. Is there a place they can go read about that?
Sure. Yeah. My normal website for my office is occoquandistrict.net, but also for the town of Occoquan itself, if you type in "Visit Occoquan" or "Historic Occoquan," you'll be able to find it.
That's great. Well, thanks for stopping by today. I appreciate it. With Margaret Franklin from the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. And ma'am, can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do with the board?
Sure. My name is Margaret Franklin. I represent the Woodbridge District on the Board of Supervisors, pretty much the Route 1 corridor.
Are you from Virginia originally?
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey, all right. Have you been boating?
I've been boating, yes.
How about on the Potomac?
I have not boated on the Potomac.
What experience do you have on the water?
So when I was in college, I went to school in Chattanooga, Tennessee, University of Tennessee. And if you know anything about that area, East Tennessee, we have a lot of lakes. And so I spent kind of my college years on and off the boat.
And Tennessee River is beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
So have you ever been to a blessing of the fleet?
I actually have not.
It's a very, very old tradition going back to the Mediterranean fishing fleets. But we still do it in America today.
Yeah.
And so you're already starting to see the boats parading.
Absolutely.
And you'll start to see them announced from this boat and then blessed from that boat.
Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to all of it.
Well, thank you. Do you have any things you'd like to talk about?
No, I just want to thank everyone for inviting me here today. I mean, this is my district that we're actually standing in, and we want as many people, whether it's tourists, whether it's residents, to really enjoy the beautiful Potomac that we have here on the eastern end of the county.
Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
Captain Carla here again with Pirates Guide. Today we're interviewing OWL Fire Department. They're out here on the river protecting us, keeping us safe here on the Occoquan and Potomac River. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Jim McAllister. I'm a former chief of the fire department and retired from that about a year and a half ago, and now I enjoy just running the fireboats on the river. What more could I ask for?
Awesome. How did you get into this?
Actually, I moved down here in the early 90s, and I saw the fireboat at the department, and I joined the department, and they said, hey, you want to go for a ride on a fireboat? And I was like, well, I've never been on one. Let's take over a little ride. And then we had a few calls and started doing training, and that has blossomed so much that now I own a boat training company.
Really?
We train mariners around the world, including just running a captain's class, an OUPV class here in Prince William County for Prince William PD and Prince William Fire Department.
Awesome. So do you guys mainly train departments, or do you guys do public training as well?
We had two civilians in the class
Okay.
that we just ran. It's kind of hard to put civilians with the whole COVID thing going on right now, but they had ties to the Department of Defense, so we kind of use that to bring them in. But we do run captain's classes here in the area, right out of the Woodbridge area.
Okay.
So we can do them any time of the year. We try to do them in the fall and winter because nobody wants to be in a classroom for 56 hours when they could be on their boat enjoying a beautiful day like today.
Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody wanted to find out more about that, where would they go?
We have a website actually, Marine Emergency Response Group. It's merg.com, and you can come in there, take a look, and give us a call.
Awesome. So for the boaters on the Occoquan River and Potomac, if there's an emergency on a boat, let's say a fire or something like that, what steps should people take? How do they get assistance?
Well, there's two ways. Everybody's got a cell phone these days, it seems like, so cell phones go to 911, just like a regular landline, so calling 911 is going to be one of the fastest ways, probably the fastest way to get assistance. And then channel 16 on the VHF radio, if they have a VHF radio, jump on channel 16 and ask for the Coast Guard for assistance.
Okay.
And 16 is really, especially if you're out underway, 16 is going to be your fastest way for boats around you to hear that you need help. And in that aspect might get you your fellow boaters coming to you to help sooner.
Okay.
911 phone call is going to go through the call center a little bit quicker than 16 is going to go all the way through the Coast Guard and back to the community. But again, 16 will get the boats around you to start coming in if they have VHF radios on board.
Yeah, that's great to know. So thank you for having the chance to meet with us. I really
glad to be
appreciate
here.
it. Yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you.
everything you do on the river.
All right, glad to be here. Take care.
Captain Johnny back again for the Pirates Guide to Boating with one of our law enforcement professionals that patrol the river. And as everybody on the river knows, we have quite a few departments that patrol the river, the Occoquan and the Potomac, both on the Virginia and the Maryland side. And sir, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us who you work for?
Sure. I'm Officer Scott Cole, and I'm with the Fairfax County Police Department's Marine Patrol Unit.
So sir, everybody on the river is curious, how did you get into this? And what do you actually focus on when you're patrolling the river?
Well, how I got into it was I've been on the department for about 18 years, and about 6 summers ago, literally the guys who are Marine Patrol just went around to the different stations and talked to the officers, told them a little bit about what they do, and when that meeting was over, I went directly to my supervisor and I said, I want to be on the boat, and I've been working towards that goal for the last several years. This will actually be my first year as a full-time Marine Patrol officer.
Great. So did you have boating experience before? Were you familiar with the water?
Yeah, I've always done boating in some level or other, whether it was paddle boats, a lot of canoes and kayaks. I own a sailboat. I've been through a few sailboats, so that was where a lot of my history came from. And then just, anytime I could get on somebody else's boat or something like that, I was out on the water. So just kind of grew up around it.
So what are some of the funny things you've seen on the river due to some of us crazy boaters?
Some of the funniest stuff I think has just been I don't know, that's a great question.
Too many.
There's a lot of stories that come to mind. Some of them start out funny and aren't always necessarily so. Mostly what I enjoy seeing is just actually everybody having fun on the water. It's kind of fun just to see the guys who dress up, or just the people who are out there, the community that kind of gets together, and just the way everyone reacts. It's kind of a lot of fun just to watch.
So we had a question about the team. I mean, it's a pretty diverse team. I mean, I heard that some are full-timers and some it's a special duty. How does it actually work for an officer on the water?
Well, we do have only 2 full-time positions with the Marine Patrol unit, and then we do have a number of supplemental members as well. The supplemental members have other jobs on the department, whether it's patrol, school resource officers, investigations, so forth. And this is just additional training that they've taken on. So whenever we need more people on board, when we've got special events, when we're working with the divers, that sort of thing, we usually need other hands, and that's where they jump in. Also staffing during the summer to make sure that we're out on the water every day of the week. We bring the guys in to help out with that. And then as far as other things that they're doing, I mean, really, or just what the unit does in general, it's a lot of patrol, a lot of safety, and that's always our number one goal, is safety, and then education that leads to safety. And then enforcing when we need to, again, mostly just to help keep people safe.
Well, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
And we look forward to seeing you out on the water, and we love to see you and the Prince William troopers and our Coast Guard brethren out on the water.
Excellent. Well, we're happy to be here and be part of it.
Thanks, sir.
Hi everybody, we're back here with Pirates Guide at the Occoquan Blessing of the Fleet, and I am here with Denise Radcliffe. She has done a tremendous amount of work in putting all this together, and we're super excited to be out here today. The weather's been great, had so many boats coming through. So Denise, can you tell us a little bit about the background of the Occoquan Blessing?
It has been so this is actually our 20th anniversary. And every year it gets a little different and a little better, and this year we had the most perfect weather, and we had a great turnout for boats that got blessed, and it's just a fun boating event that brings people together, and that's it.
So this year, 20th anniversary, was dedicated to Pat Croft. So I knew Pat Croft. Pat was she's a tremendous lady, did a tremendous amount of work putting this together in years prior. And for those of you who don't know Pat Croft, Denise, can you share with us a little bit about Pat?
Absolutely. Well, I can't imagine there are a lot of people that don't know Pat, because she was involved in so many boating associations, and she and Harry were boaters up and down the Potomac and the Occoquan for years. But Pat was a really terrific person that gave a lot of herself for the boating community. She volunteered, she was a great teacher, and honestly, one of my mentors. She taught me a lot about teamwork and collaborating to bring events like this together. And so I am honored that I was able to do something for her.
That's awesome. So where do you go boating?
Oh my gosh. So really the Potomac and Occoquan have been our home. My husband and I have boated on those waters for 25 years. We've made tons of friends. Our daughters boated with us. Now our granddaughters boat with us.
So cool.
Yeah, it's a family affair,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's really, it's something in your blood, and it's a great thing to pass down.
Great way to grow up.
Yeah, great way to grow up. That's
Yeah.
very true.
We have an awesome community here. So, Denise, thanks for sitting down and chatting with us. I know
Yeah.
you're busy today. So, all right, signing out from the Pirates Guide. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.